my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an exciting DIY. We're going to be making a DIY diamond tufted headboard or bed frame or whatever you want to call it. So what I've got is this big piece of wood. It's only, I don't know, probably less than a centimetre thick, of just plywood from Bunnings, and I got it cut to the size that I want it. So it's about, to give you an idea, it's about 1600 millimeters long and about 900 in the depth. I'm super excited for this DIY and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it turns out alright. I think the rain has subsided a little bit, so I'm going to keep going. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure on where I want my buttons to go. So I got about 30 buttons. I'm going to make 4 rows, and I'm just going to pencil in where I want them and just spread them out all nice and evenly. So now I'm just going to take this to my bed and sort of just sit it on it, because what I'm actually doing is I am upgrading my IKEA bed. So this is basically going to sit between the mattress and the current head frame, and I'm just gonna make it look better. So instead of selling my current bed and then going off and buying a whole ensemble and then also a headboard, I thought it'd be way cheaper to just upcycle my current bed frame. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put this onto my current bed frame, and I'll just sort of measure out the buttons and stuff. I'll explain a little bit more in that. Excuse the mess on the left side of my room. I've just sort of had to cram everything in so that I could pull out the bed, and I can work around it now, so I can get around and just focus on the headboard. So I just put the piece of wood, I just put that in between the mattress and the actual headboard, and now I'm just going to pencil in sort of where I want all the buttons to go and just the level at which the mattress sits, because I can't actually make the headboard go all the way down below the mattress because it's just too tight between the mattress and the frame. So I'm just going to go ahead and make pencil marks where I want them, which may be a difficult task considering we've got all of these slats that are built into my current bed frame. So I'm going to have to pencil the buttons around these so that they don't interfere with or make me have to drill holes through the actual bed frame. Because I want my head frame to come up a lot higher than the current one, what I have to do is attach another piece of wood to the top and the edges, just to have something for the fabric to actually be able to be stapled onto. This is a quick look at what my bed head looks before. So this is the IKEA Tava bed, I believe. Alright, so now that we're back, I'm just going to actually pencil on exactly where the buttons are going. All I did while I was in my room was just sort of get an idea of where the current slats of my headboard are, so that it doesn't sort of, you know, interact or interfere with that. I chose the wrong day for filming this. So as you can see, I've drawn all of these little crosses where I want the buttons to go. So what I did was I measured the distance I wanted between them. So essentially, if you're going to copy me, what I did was I measured 14 centimeters, and then I did 12, and then another 14, and then another 12. So I have 30 buttons to work with, and then having 4 rows and they need to alternate in lengths, I've stuck with 7 across the top, and then 8, and then 7, and then 8. So that'll give us our diamond look. So in measuring out the distance between the buttons, I basically spaced them all out by 20 centimeters. So we've got like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and so on to 1.6 meters. And then the next one down, basically, as you can see, it's right in the middle. So this will form our little diamonds. So I've got my 4 rows done, and I've left enough space at the bottom because this is where my mattress lines up to be. So this section here is what my mattress sits in. So now that all our buttons are marked out and everything, we're going to go ahead and drill holes for each one, and then come back and we will put the bits of timber around the bits of the headboard that go above my current headboard. Alright, so all the holes are now drilled, and now what we're going to be working on is attaching these bits of wood that are just going to go around the top at the back of the headboard. As you can see, we've just got these 2 little ones coming down the side, because where they end, all of that currently has headboard on my current bed, so that fits into this space here. And this just makes up for the bit that I want to go above where it is, just to make it that little bit taller. I also forgot to mention that I did sand the back after I drilled the holes, just to make it all smooth and nice. It's just a lot easier to work with as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip this guy back over to the front, and we're going to nail these bits on. That was good timing because it's getting dark. I think I'm just going to pop the foam on top and measure out where I want that to end, and then cut it. And then we take this inside to finish it off using the actual bed. So I just got this massive piece of foam from Clark Rubber. And yeah, I'm just going to cut it to size. Okay, so it's all in place now. I've just chucked some nails in. I just nailed one either side, just into the actual bed frame, just to hold it there. It's not too bendy, so it's doing alright. And now you can use like a spray glue or something like that, just to hold this on. But I don't think I have any, so what I'm going to be doing is using the holes, the string, and my fabric needle. I'm just going to do that temporarily, just to hold it in place until everything's, you know, like stapled around on the back. I'm just going to scoot my mattress down, just so that I can work around the bottom area too, because everything will need to be tucked in nicely and neatly and stapled in. So I got some wadding that was long enough to wrap around from one side to the other. So that's what we're going to be doing now, and then stapling onto the back side. The purpose of this is just to add some more thickness to it, I guess, and also to round the edges, which is nice. So this is the wadding sheet that I'm using. It's from Spotlight, so I've just got a couple of these. That's the thickness and everything, and the dimensions if you're wondering. wadding sheet number 2. So now that that's all in place where we want it, I'm just going to go ahead and using a staple gun, I'll staple the edges around the back quite tightly and then trim off any excess that we don't need. I don't want to staple myself, so I'm going to tie my hair up. Okay, so all of our wadding is now on and it's anchored very securely just around the edges. And I did it really tight on the corners as well, so what you can do is you can cut it all first, trim the edges, and then staple down the corners because that gets it to be really smooth. Now I've just laid my fabric on top. It's just this white, really super soft, kind of like suede fabric. It's just upholstery from Spotlight, and I just wanted to lay it on here to get an idea of how much extra fabric I would have to make my buttons. So I'm going to be making my buttons with these button covering kits. So I've got 5 and they've got 6 in each, therefore 30 buttons, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, they've got instructions as well if you want to do this yourself. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make all of these. Alright guys, so all the buttons are finished. They're all done, ready to go. Oops. Some of them turned out a bit ratchet looking, but that's okay. We can just put them on the bottom row and no one will know. So I've gone ahead and made sure that my fabric is all on quite sitting evenly. So I've got the same amount draped on either side that we've got to work with, and it's also lined exactly where I want it. Maybe a little bit of leeway at the bottom, which is where I'll staple it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead with this string. It's just a really thin string, I guess, but it's strong enough to hold the buttons in. And I'm going to be using this fabric needle just to thread all of these and prep them for actually going in the bed. This is what one of them looks like. And then it's just got a loop back on the back. So that's what we'll be using to thread our string through, and eventually using our fabric needle, this one, we'll pop them through here. Okay, so all our buttons are threaded now. I've just put about a 60 centimeter piece of string through the loop on the back of the button, and now they're ready to go through. I did end up stapling the bottom edge of the fabric to the plywood just because I think that'll make it easier as a base to work off of, and we'll work from the bottom upwards like that. So the next step now will be to thread the bottom ones using our fabric needle. So I'll go around the back, put that through, and then mark out where the hole is, and then thread this through, and we'll do that for the whole row before I tighten them at the back. So I'll show you that more up close. I'm just using my fabric needle and I'm putting it through the hole that we drilled in the plywood. Just finding that at the back. And then using the head of the needle, I'm just poking that through every single layer to the front layer. Also making sure that this is taut enough, or to the tautness that I want. So now that the sharp end has poked a hole through it, we just keep our eye on the hole, pull the needle back out. I found that it worked better if I insert the head of the needle. So basically I'm putting it in backwards, finding the hole we made the first time, poking that back through if you can. It's a little bit tough. You can always snip a bigger hole as well, but once that pops out, I'll just get rid of some of the fluff that came out with it. Now we've got the head of the needle. So now you take your button with the string, you thread both bits of string through the head of the needle if you can. And now just pull it through a little bit. And then all you have to do is simply pull the string the whole way through on the other side. So you retract the needle. And there you have it. There we go, there's the first two done. They're not tightened yet obviously, but we will get to that later. So I'm going to repeat this process for the whole row. This is the bottom row here. And then I will go ahead and staple the strings at the back to secure them. And then we'll move on to the next row. Alright, so now the buttons of the bottom row are all in place. And now I'm just going to go around and staple them securely to the back. So this is what the back of my bed is starting to look like. I've got all these strings. I've just finished stapling all of them. And what you can see that I've done is I've used, this is the first one, I used 5 staples, but for the rest of them I only used like 4 or 3. And what I've done is I've just zigzagged, so I've pulled it tight through the hole, I've put a staple in, zigzagged it, and sort of just tried to cross it over itself because that seemed to hold it down better. And then I just tied a little knot at the end just to make sure it didn't slip at any time. And that's all I did to anchor it down, and it seems very secure. So this is the first row completely finished. I'm pretty happy with it considering this is my first go at doing it. And I'm just going to continue on with the next row and keep going till we're all done. Alright, so now that that is all finished, what's left to do is cut the ties around the back, and then we're going to take the sides and staple them on really snugly. This is what the back is looking like. There's tons of loose strings, so I'm just going to snip them off close to where they've been anchored on, and then we're going to go ahead, finish stapling this around the edges, and then trim all this obviously. And if you want to, you can use like an old sheet or something and then just line the back just to cover all this up and make it look, you know, neat. Yay, it's all done. This is the finished product. And I'll give you a look around the back. So as you can see, I've stapled all the way around the edges, tucked the corners in. It's all nice and pretty much as neat as it can be. I've got all of these, I trimmed all of them. And yeah, I think I probably will end up putting a sheet over the back. I'll just staple it to the edges just to cover that all. Not like you see it, but you know, just for my peace of mind. That's so that it's done, that it's finished. That was a lot more time consuming than I thought it would be, and a lot of hard work, but I think it's worth it. And you know, I'm pretty proud of it actually, considering before this I hadn't even used a drill or a stapler. So, I mean like a, what is it called? Oh, a stapling gun. Yes, right, that one. So I'd never used them before, so this was a bit of a project, but it's just, it's so lovely. I wish you guys could feel how soft it was. Anyway, so that is the DIY. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, despite how tired I am. Oh my gosh. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. Alright, see you guys next week. Bye!